A Promenade of Protocol is brought to you on behalf of the Protocol Committee, led by me, Sir Chanel Carter, Protocol Chairman, and Sir Roxy Foster McKinney, Protocol Co-Chairman. Today, our goal is to briefly share with you an overview of Protocol and core changes in the second edition 2020 Protocol Manual. The revised manual is available electronically. If you would like a copy, please email me or Sir Roxy. What is Protocol? Protocol is a set of rules that explain the correct conduct and procedures to be followed by members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated in formal settings. It is a guide for conducting chapter meetings, hosting sorority functions, and sponsoring public events. It enhances the sorority's operations and aids in the creation of a more sisterly environment. Sora Roxy, over to you.
So, Rose, a few protocol tips to remember. These are general facts or general information. Chapter-sponsored events. Assist before, during, and after meetings. Complete this assignment in a timely manner. Offer constructive criticism with the intent of being a part of the solution. Avoid undue criticism and offer positive comments to sorors for a job well done. The official badge should be worn over the heart on the outer garment of the clothing closest to the body. If there's a need to dispose of a badge, it can be buried with the deceased member, left in the custody of a soror, returned to the corporate office, or retained by a family member. When selecting attire for all Alpha Kappa events, attire should select or represent a positive image of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. It is requested that you wear business attire to chapter meetings. For rituals, chapter chartering, member intake, either beyond the wall, and the induction of honorary members, sorors are to wear conservative white solid dresses or skirts with long sleeves without adornment, embellishment, or colored trims. And on the edges, and you should wear flesh tone or white hosiery and seasonal white shoes. Communication. The correct address to the current presiding officers, including Madam Supreme Basileus, Madam Regional Director, and Madam Basileus. The correct way to address a member is Soror, followed by their first name. Soror Chanel, Soror Carter. The word former is used to indicate when a soror or a group of officers have completed their term. The appropriate reference to our headquarters is the Alpha Kappa Alpha corporate office. It is inappropriate to refer to it as the corporate office as the national office or nationals. Official symbols of Alpha Kappa Alpha should not be tattooed on the body. Only the official version of the coat of arms, the shield, the eye, and the administrative seal should be used in creating correspondence, written communication, reports, programs, or flyers. Special seating arrangements are required for photos. Follow the direction of the protocol chair or the basileus. Sorors should refrain from using recording devices, audio devices, or cameras during our business preliminary session, workshops, or other forums, chapter meetings, committee meetings, or closed sorority events. As we have all been experiencing over the last couple of years, we've entered into a virtual world. Here are a few keys for a successful virtual meeting and etiquette. Arrive and log into the meeting platform at least 10 minutes before it starts. Test all the equipment needed beforehand. Mute your microphone when you are not speaking. dress appropriately, no food allowed, be aware of your surroundings. Example, unmade beds, dim lightings, TV and radios, and typing on the keyboard. Silence any electronic devices that are not needed to participate in the meeting. Speak only when recognized and keep your comments or remarks brief and concise and germane to the subject. Avoid individual conversations with family, friends, or coworkers. Stay seated and stay present. Back to you, Sora Chanel.
Sorors, there are new sections added to the protocol manual as well as new language. The new sections include essential manners in managing the very special guest or VSG experience at sorority events. There is an update to VSG hotel accommodations, correction of the sorority's name format, addition of Pearl Soror designation, updates to our order of rank, and an update to the Supreme Basilisk public title. Essential manners for sorors, and with a smile. This can be found on pages 12 and 13 of the second edition 2020 protocol manual. Personal deportment. Smile and make eye contact with sorors. Greet sorors directly. Substitute a handshake for a hug where appropriate. Avoid personal grooming in public. Polite phrases to keep in mind. Please, thank you, you're welcome, my pleasure, excuse me, pardon me, I beg your pardon, no problem, I'm sorry, or I apologize, or the courteous no. Managing the very special guest experience at sorority events. Sorors, this can be found on pages 23 through 26 of the revised manual. There are 5 core elements here. Element 1, advanced planning for a VSG arrival. Plan 4 to 6 weeks prior to the event. The day before their arrival, the protocol chairman should confirm travel arrangements, greeters, escorts, and special assistance needed. The day the VSG arrives, the protocol chairman should retrieve the hotel room key, review the hotel room, and leave courtesies or additional event materials. Element 2, guidelines for meeting and greeting the VSG. The Supreme Basilisk, regional director in her region, and former Supreme Basilee are met at their arrival point, such as an airport, train station, or hotel. Sorors meeting the Supreme Basilisk, regional director in her region, and former Supreme Basilee must be dressed in business attire. Sorors must be able to recognize the VSG they are meeting and be prepared to make appropriate small talk. Sorors, please note, there is heavy emphasis on appropriate small talk. Element 3, VSG arrival at the hotel. The VSG's escort should arrive 30 to 40 minutes prior and ensure tip money is available for hotel personnel. Sorors, please, no detours while en route to the hotel unless requested by the VSG. Ensure VSG has all room keys and your updated contact information. And should luggage be delayed, it is your responsibility to track it. Element 4, during the VSG visit, the VSG's escort should check in at random intervals. The Supreme Basilisk regional director in her region and former Supreme Basilee should not be left alone or unaccompanied unless requested and should be escorted to and from events. Element 5, departure from the hotel. The Supreme Basilisk regional director in her region and former Supreme Basilee should be accompanied to their departure point. Their escort should confirm departure details, assist with boarding passes, and coordinate with their final transportation provider to ensure a timely departure. Managing the very special guest or VSG hotel accommodations. The Supreme Basilisk shall receive a suite. First Supreme Anti-Basilisk, a suite or junior suite. Second Supreme Anti-Basilisk, junior suite or executive king. Directorate members share double accommodations. Former Supreme Basilee, junior suite or executive king. Special guests or honorees, a single Update to the order of rank. Source, this can be found on pages 28 and 30 in the revised manual. EAF executive director and EAF at large board members added to each order of rank level in between international committee chairman and former directorate members. The international order of rank is as follows: 1, directorate; 2, former Supreme Basilee; 3, executive director; 4, international committee chairs; 5, EAF executive director; 6, EAF at large board members; 7, former directorate members; 8, former executive directors; 9, honorary members; 10, international committee members; and 11, sorors. New language, ritual jewelry. This can be found on page 10 in the revised manual. New language, white pearls are recommended. A single strand of pearls is not mandatory. Colored pearls, example, pink or green, is not to be worn. Sorors, please see pictures below on what is now appropriate and inappropriate at rituals. Protocol at international and regional events. This can be found on page 14 in the revised manual. New language, elevators, escalators, and doorways. Sorors must give precedence to the Supreme Basileus, regional director in her region, and former Supreme Basilee. New language, hold the elevator for a soror who is rushing toward the door if there is room. New language, seek approval from a disabled soror before offering assistance. Addressing the presiding officer. Sorors, this can be found on page 31 in the revised manual. Refrain from addressing the presiding officer as madam only. The presiding officer's full title must be used in a formal setting. Example, Madam Basileus is appropriate, madam only is not. Seek the presiding officer's preference when in private or in an informal setting. The Supreme Basileus public title. This can be found on page 49 in the revised manual. New language, our Supreme Basileus shall be referred to as the international president and chief executive officer in public settings. New language, use of the term chairman, chairman, chair, or chairs, whereas chair and chairs was deemed inappropriate, is now appropriate language. It is still deemed inappropriate to use the term chairperson or chairwoman. This can be found on page 51. New language, sorors must adhere to the required dress code. Address uncertainty by inquiring with the presiding officer, protocol chairman, or her designee. New language, name badges for conferences and seminars should be taken off or turned around for pictures. Soror Roxy, over to you.
The Alpha Kappa Alpha badge, the coat of arms, which is the sorority crest, the name of the sorority of Alpha Kappa Alpha Incorporated, is federally registered with the trademark with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. If you'll note, the R next to the pink arrow is an indication that it is restricted and for our use only. Sorors, protocols of pearls to remember. Protocol is the responsibility of every soror. When you adhere to protocol, you enhance the operations of the sorority and aid in the creation of a more sisterly environment. The image of the sorority in the larger community is greatly enhanced if each member demonstrates a command of protocol. In general, our sorority protocol standards remain in effect and should be followed in all platforms. Back to you, Soror Chanel.
Sorors, remember, this was a brief update of the new sections and new language in our second edition 2020 protocol manual. We would like to encourage you to read your documents. That is the best way to stay up to date with all changes within the sorority. In addition to the protocol manual, we encourage you to read the Constitution and bylaws, as well as the Manual of Standard Procedures. This presentation can be found in our backpack on the members only section of our chapter website. Source, thank you for attending.